be something real. What can you do to make people confident in you and your product, and what's stopping that? And obviously identify the opportunities to help them feel confident. Steps along the way, along the map, in their experience, in their journey through life, in their journey to your product. We need a bigger screen, we understand. Right?
So what's the outcome of some of the research? It's usually a kind of experience map or journey map, and often it's very linear. It's like that idea of how do you decide on a product, how do you choose to adopt it, etc. But sometimes it's like chutes and ladders. With the AbbVie HIV experience, the HIV drug was key because you have to identify ways to keep people on your drug. Because if somebody stopped taking your drug, then it would become ineffective and it would rule them out of taking that drug again. You would lose a customer if you did not have their confidence. So all of that research we did, going into people's homes, going into their doctor's office, understanding the doctor-patient relationship, was aimed at creating a bunch of different stages where there was an interaction between the person and their medication, the person and the provider, and then identifying opportunities where we could improve and enhance the experience. And that takes a lot of experience to come up with a map like that and an understanding like that. But there are simple ways that you can do this with your own products. Again, taking that model that a lot of us already work in, awareness of our product, interest, evaluation, trial, adoption, rejection. Again, you can do exactly what we described having done with What Group, identify the target customer, learn their experience in each of these steps. How do you become aware of products? What do you do once you're aware of it? And how, what's the next step you want to take? How do you evaluate? Get all of the answers around those, and that's your own journey map. And then you can start coming up with ideas and innovations and opportunities at each stage of their product evaluation and adoption cycle.
And if you know your customers, this is truly something you could do. You could whiteboard it out. You could talk it out. You could bring customers in. You could do whatever you need to do to get their perspective on how, again, confidence plays a role in every step of this journey, this much more simplified journey than the AbbVie journey.
Voila. We just wanted to kind of put it out there. Our first thought is, does anybody have any experience with customer confidence and how you gained it, what the challenge was and how you might have gained it? And
there's a microphone
back here.
That is loud, isn't it? The company I work for is a television network, and we started out as the first 24/7 high-definition television network. So at the time, we talked about early adopters, or people who, there were people who were so into HD that they bought that set, and so we were the only network that gave them 24/7 programming. DirecTV used to run a loop for like 4 hours, and my boss sort of found a niche in that market. But we gained their trust by being very active on blogs, being very responsive to customer questions, and also just continuing to provide that service so that if you spent at the time $3,000–4,000 on an HD set, you can count on us to always be there with high definition programming. So consistency, responsiveness, and just always trying to be on the forefront of the technology really help us. And so 15 years later, there's been a lot of changes in your sport.
Thanks.
I used to work for a change management consultancy firm, and without knowing this is what we were doing. In a context that someone has to embrace the change, and has to. Like, that you are not inviting them to make the choice that they would like to do. And so pretty much what we were trying to do is that you are going to go through this process whether you like it or not, and your choice is you want to solve it or not. Right? Because, I mean, companies make decisions at a high level, and then everybody has to adapt.
Yeah, that's the lack of empathy.
It is. I mean, completely told what is happening in the business was that. So our job was trying to be the empathetic one and saying like, okay, that's what you want to do. I guess that what we do, and I guess this can help you as well, is like try to be very clear of what is meant for me. Like if it is something that I have to do, or I don't have any other choice, or if that's my choice, what am I winning? And we were also very honest about what you are losing. If there is anything that you are losing that you need to change, that something is not going to be there anymore, what is it and how to balance with what you are winning?
And did you find a way to generate that confidence?
A lot of information, honest information, open conversations, engaging leaders in having these honest conversations.
Making people feel like they're being heard goes a long way to growing their confidence.
Well, we're toward the end of our time. If you have any questions, we will be around. We'd love to answer any questions. We do this stuff day in and day out, and it's our passion, and we enjoy sharing it. So we appreciate the opportunity from Startup Week, Capital One, and all of you to be able to do that today.
And there's still free ice cream in the back.
Yes.
Scott and David, I have a TJ for you. The confidence problem I've never seen before, so it's very research friendly. And it leads me to try and sort of extend it, if you will. That is to say, can reverse engineer that process. And that is to say, if the culture says, this is what we always do, everybody has confidence in it, to realize, those of us who dive deep into digestion, realize that everybody eats this way. 20 years we're going to accumulate a health problem. So how do you, if you like, my term is to reverse engineer confidence, that cultural issue, or competitors' problem. Or if you like, how do you erode confidence that your customer has in something else?
That false confidence that you have.
It wasn't false at the time.
It wasn't called false at the time. I think some of the research that we're pointing to in some of our experiences that confidence can be, it's not a real thing sometimes, right? I mean, you have false confidence in something. And it feels like you can, through talking to people, through learning their experience, through empathy, I think you can get to a point where you can say not only what makes you confident, but what would make you confident. And I think working backwards, I think that's what a lot of our work does, is it's that question of what would make you confident, and working backwards to the customer experience and trying to change that.
Test this. Okay, here we go. So I think it was certainly confidence was an issue with adoption of the telephone to begin with, and even adoption with Google Glass. Now the rumor is that Apple's going to come out with a glass-like type of thing. What do you think they're going to have to do in order to gain our confidence in that product? That's the rumor, yes.
Well, you know, how we would approach something, we would always start a project like that saying, who's used this before and it failed, and why did it fail? And we would start understanding from people who started using Google Glasses, what did they do? Why did you stop using them? What challenges did you have? And then we would start building a case for an alternative product from those experiences.
I think we do exactly the same.
Yeah.
You mentioned a lot of case studies on things that have already been done, and then you come and research and figure out where the holes are. Have you ever come across a project where you have to, in the beginning, come and research and do it the right way the first time?
I think the Adorn project, it's funny to say that, but we came onto Adorn very early when it was a white space idea. It was somebody from the company going through Home Depot and Lowe's and saying, this all looks the same. Is there space for a brand new idea? Is there space for something that's more modern? Is there space for something that's more technologically advanced? And so in that element, yes, we come into that white space and essentially our questions at the beginning of projects are often very similar. It's who are you? What do you do? What's it like to be you? What's it like to remodel your home? And that's where we started with that project, is we went into people's homes who were in the midst of or had recently completed a remodel and said, show me everything you've done, let's talk about budget, let's talk about all your planning. Did you ever think of changing the wall plates? I know it's a very small thing, but did you ever think of it? And the answer was no, but now that you've told me, I should have. And we kept hearing that over and over, where we would go and then we talked to designers and we talked to builders and we would say, when you do a home, when you do a remodel in the kitchen and you know the budget's $100,000, do you suggest saving $200 of that so that you're not putting in the old switches? And they said, no, we never do that. But now that you say it, that's a pretty good idea. And we started learning that there was this opportunity for this line, which is really where we're at, is understanding that people were, to use the term of they were confident that it was something they would do only if they only knew about it. Our challenge became later was a question of, did they trust, all those questions of trust that we were talking about.
You know, this final slide, it's kind of it's a quick little story. We were in Barcelona on a project, and we went to TripAdvisor, found the best restaurant in town, and this place in the Boqueria was identified as the hottest place, and it was written in the New York Times, and everybody had pictures of the old guy who's the proprietor of it. And we took our camera out, and he went, no, I didn't take our picture. So this kind of summarizes our approach to things. We like to turn the cameras. Thank you.